My cousin inherited an old cabin deep in the woods of Oregon. Not the cozy kind you rent for a weekend getaway. This one was rotting at the edges, half swallowed by moss and silent in a way that made your ears ring. It sat just a few hundred feet from a still black lake where no birds ever landed, and the air always felt off, like the trees were holding their breath. He asked me to help him clear the place out, said our great-uncle had let it go to hell in his last years. I agreed. I wish I hadn't. From the first night, something felt wrong. The moment we stepped inside, there was a smell. Not quite rot, not mold either. Something in between, like wet hair and old meat. My cousin said the place always smelled like that, claimed it was the lake water soaking into the walls. But I noticed he didn't unpack anything. Just laid a sleeping bag on the couch and stayed close to the front door. That night, around 1 a.m., I heard someone whispering. Just one voice, low and slow. I thought it was him, maybe on a call, but when I sat up, I realized he was already staring at me from across the room, eyes wide open. I asked if he heard it. He just nodded, didn't say a word. The whispering stopped when I turned on the light. The next day, we checked the entire cabin, top to bottom. Nothing. No radios, no phones. The attic was empty, just dust and old insulation. But I saw something that didn't make sense. 2 small indentations in the insulation. Like knees, as if someone had been crouching there for a long time, watching through the vent that opened right into the living room. That night, the whispering came back. Louder this time, closer. I could hear words, but they weren't directed at me. They were repeating something, over and over. A woman's voice, hoarse, dry. I pressed my ear against the wall and felt a faint tapping, like someone scratching at the other side with broken nails. I told my cousin we needed to leave. He looked exhausted, gray, twitchy. Then he told me the truth. He'd been staying at the cabin off and on for months, but every time he came back, something was different. Furniture moved slightly. Food went missing. Once he found a wet towel in the bathroom that he hadn't used. He tried to convince himself it was nothing, until he found the journal. It wasn't our uncle's. It belonged to a woman. Her entries were fragmented, paranoid. She wrote about hiding in the walls, about the voices that told her the lake was watching. The last entry just said, "I hear them walking. I can't tell which side of the wall I'm on anymore." We didn't sleep that night, just sat there, lights on, holding knives like idiots. Right before dawn, I heard a soft creak above us. The attic hatch was cracked open, just enough to see a sliver of dark. My cousin looked up, frozen. Then we heard a long breath. Wet. Rattling. Not from the attic. From under the floorboards. We ran. I didn't even grab my bag. He sold the cabin a month later. But I still wonder, if someone was under that floor, who opened the attic?